Hello, folks, and welcome back to another case study where I talk about and analyze some of the strangest missing person cases out there. For a little while now, I've been researching many strange disappearances that appear to be occurring in the most interesting of places. The more I look into it, the more I believe these areas hold the key to the mystery behind many of these unexplained vanishings, and the landslide of questions that we're all left asking. What exactly is going on out there? Well, we may not be able to find all the answers we're looking for, but at least we can get a better idea of where and even perhaps why these locations seem to swallow up many of those who visit them. In this segment, I'll be talking about one of many said locations where these strange disappearances occurred and are continuing to occur. So right now, I'll be talking about Donnell Vista Point, just off Highway 108 in the Stanislaus National Forest of Tuolumne County, California. Now, I hadn't heard of this area until recently after watching David Paulides' new Missing 411 film, which focuses on mainly disappearing hunters. There's a section in the film where he talks about Donnell Vista Point and the strange disappearance of park visitors therein. What got me interested in that location was how many folks went missing there in just a short amount of time, and also just how small the Vista Point actually is, which makes these cases even more baffling. In the last 12 years, 4 people have vanished without a single trace, or even a clear explanation as to what happened. These disappearances are telling us something about the region. The total lack of information and clues sends us a clear message, and that message is, this area needs to be looked into. So what is it about Donnell Vista that's causing all this? Before we dive into the disappearances themselves, let's talk about the location so we can have a better understanding of its geographical layout. Donnell Vista is 15 miles east of Strawberry and 12 miles west of Kennedy Meadows Vista Point in California. Between the two Vista Points is a backcountry road called Highway 108 that connects the two. From the parking lot, you're only 1/4 mile to the observational point with spectacular views of Dardanelles, the Middle Fork Stanislaus River Canyon, and the Donnell Reservoir. The site is perched atop of a steep rocky slope and features a day-use area, only as folks are prohibited from camping overnight there. The land surrounding the point is described as vast and heavily wooded, with extreme changes in elevation, and fast-running water coursing through ledges and crevices like blood inside the vein. The point overlooks the reservoir at 6,311 feet in elevation, with a 360-degree view of the surrounding wilderness. The mountains to the north are comprised of granite and dotted with pine trees. On the other side, it is a volcanic peak known as the Dardanelles. 2 more peaks are situated to the right, which are the Dardanelles Butte and Dardanelles Cone. The Middle Fork Stanislaus River inlet feeds into the lake from the right as you look straight down the viewpoint to the east. The Tri-Dam project was approved in 1948, with construction beginning in 1955, and was completed by December of 1956. The elevation of the crest is 4,917 feet, within the 220-foot overflow spillway at 4,898 feet in elevation, with 5 radial gates at the top of the spillway. The minimum surface water elevation of the reservoir is 4,720 feet, and maxing out at 4,917 feet. The drainage area of the reservoir is 230 square miles, with a gross water storage capacity of 64,325 acre-feet and a depth of 247 feet and a shoreline length of 6.1 miles. To get to the park itself, take I-5 north over Grapevine and merge north on State Route 99. And from there you exit McHenry Avenue in Modesto. and drive east past Riverbank, Oakdale, and Sonora. As you enter the forest about 45 miles east up the highway, you'll spot the Vista marker, and you'll turn left onto the parking area, and that's how you get there. Before we get into the disappearances themselves, let's talk about the dangers within the park itself. Now, if you've ever been to Donnell Vista Point and have taken a good look around, you've probably noticed the potential for bad things to occur, judging by the sheer amount of drop-offs and jagged rocks that surround the area. Anyone who's unfortunate enough to journey outside of the safety zone, which is clearly marked by a guardrail that follows the perimeter of the area, will put themselves in immediate danger. The tract of land around the Vista Point is described as large and vast, with extreme changes in elevation, deep canyons with heavy foliage, and cold, fast-running water that courses through the system of crevices. So as you can see, there's not a whole lot of room for error out there. So let's switch gears and talk about the more recent disappearances that are directly connected to Donnell Vista. Think about it for a minute. How can 4 intelligent and healthy individuals just simply go missing despite a large search and rescue effort? I address a lot of these kinds of cases on this channel, but this cluster of missing folks really pops out to me, and given how recent and frequent this is happening, it will most likely continue to occur unless we do something about it. Bringing awareness to these cases just might be a fine start. So the 4 folks that have disappeared in the last 15 years are Nita Mayo in 2005, Sam Wentworth in 2007, Patricia Tolhurst in 2014, and Breck Phelps in 2016. And these are just the cases we know about, and there could very well be others we just don't know. So let's talk about the mystery surrounding Donnell Vista. According to EagleCanyonFlyer.com, it was Monday, August 8th, 2005, when 64-year-old Nita Mayo traveled over Sonora Pass. Last seen at the Strawberry General Store near Pinecrest, California. The nurse didn't return to her job at Mount Grant General Hospital in Hawthorne, Nevada the following day. Alarmed, her co-workers contacted Mineral County, Nevada Sheriff's Office and reported her uncharacteristic absence. Both Tuolumne and Mono County, California Sheriff's Office were also notified. Nita's car would be seen by a Caltrans employee at Donnell Vista that Monday night and again Tuesday morning. But he didn't think much about the car, as backpackers also used the point for overnight parking. On Wednesday evening, a Tuolumne County Sheriff's Sergeant realized Nita's 1997 Mercury Sable station wagon was still at the Vista. Inside her locked car were souvenirs from the store, her purse, wallet, glasses, and car keys. Only her camera and prescription sunglasses were missing. Search dogs were brought in, but no scent of Nita was picked up. Further searches of the area also failed to locate any evidence of her. Our next Donnell Vista disappearance follows that of Sam Wentworth, a 65-year-old tourist who arrived at the park on the morning of July 3rd, 2007, just 2 years after Nita Mayo did. Sam, who was on a solo sightseeing trip, drove his rental to the point at approximately 10 a.m., where he was last seen pulling into the parking area before hiking out to the observation point to take some photos. He was last seen walking back to his car just minutes later, but would never make it. Somewhere along the way, between the observation point and the parking lot, he just vanished. The family that was interviewed by park officials stated that Sam appeared to be in good spirits and actually made small talk with them about the breathtaking views. A short but intense search of the area yielded no clues as to his whereabouts, and there was no indication of suicide, foul play, or anything that would lead anyone to suspect he wanted to disappear. In his car was a plane ticket back home to Europe, but he was never seen leaving the country. His friends and family would never see him again. In 2014, 46-year-old Patricia Tolhurst vanished from the Vista. On April 20th of that year, Patricia mailed a letter to friends letting them know that she would be hiking in the area of Donnell Vista and that she was looking forward to it. 2 days later, her white Toyota 4Runner, with its sunroof still open, would be found abandoned with her keys, purse, and identification inside. Search and rescue teams spent nearly a week but found no clues as to her whereabouts, and the mother of two would never be seen again. The fourth disappearance to happen in the last 15 years is that of 68-year-old Breck Phelps, who vanished on October 3rd of 2016, along with his fishing gear and cell phone. His car, a red 2007 Nissan Versa, was found a quarter-mile away near a trail leading to the Stanislaus River. After 4 days of searching by teams that included the California Rescue Dog Association, Monterey Bay Search Dogs, and the National Guard, no sign of Breck, a corrections officer at the time, was ever found. I thought I'd mention another disappearance that happened just prior to those four. On August 10th of 1996, a 20-year-old Humboldt State University student and future forest ranger named Michael Madden and his dog went missing from their campsite at Sandbar Flat, just 25 miles southeast of Donnell Vista. With all of these disappearances happening in such a small area in a short amount of time, many suspect the serial killer would be at large. But again, no trace of any of these folks have ever been found, and any suspected leads will lead to dead ends. So now that we've addressed these cases, let's talk about what may have happened to them. Well, as I mentioned in the beginning of the video, Donnell Vista Point contains sheer drop-offs and treacherous terrain. Now, if for some reason all these folks happen to jump or fall victim to it, search and rescue should have been able to find at least one clue to support this. But that's not the case here. Hundreds of professional search and rescue outfits were involved with every single one of these disappearances. But again, nothing was found. How about the work of a serial killer? Sure, it's quite possible. But where's the evidence for this? I do want to point out that for hundreds of years, and it has been thought that sinister and dark forces were at play out there. I believe there's always a certain element of truth in these kinds of legends. So again, what on earth is going on out there? Have you ever personally visited the park, and if so, what were your experiences like? Did you observe any strange activity or have any weird feelings about the place when you were there? If so, let us know in the comments section below. Now, this is something I want to keep a close eye on, and you can bet I'll be following up on the Donnell Vista disappearances. Until then, may we never forget the sad and strange disappearances of all those we covered in this video. Thanks for watching, and if you have any theories about these disappearances, please let us know.